Playwrights never really know what they've got until they see their play on stage.
Things like this are really important, for playwrights.
There's nothing more valuable for them than the opportunity to come and see their work produced in front of an audience.
There are so many places where playwrights cannot find themselves being heard at all.
It's a risk to do new plays. It's a risk to do theater. And this is a risk for some place like Dayton Playhouse to bring in all these, you bring in, 6 playwrights from all over the country and devote all the time and the effort and the resources to putting on an event like this.
This has been just absolutely incredible. First of all, to just be able to see so many shows. I said to somebody, this is like the best thing in the world, to go to a show, talk about it, go eat. Go to a show, talk about it, go eat. As a society, we know who we are by our art. And that is how we get insight into who we are as a people. So if we're not continuing to create new art in all forms, we're not taking a look back at who we are and where we are right now.
Although there are universals in writing and storytelling, there are also particularities of periods, the times in which we live. And new playwrights are more specifically talking about interpreting what they are living through at the time for those of us who are also living through it with them.
I would like to think there's a hunger for this all over the country. There probably is a hunger for this all over the country. But the real bottom line is only one community has made it happen.
It's the least cynical thing I get to do in the American theater every year because of the spirit of the place, and there's just a great generosity about the entire festival and what Dayton and the Playhouse have put together.
What I guess surprises me is that other communities at this point must have heard about this and don't do it.
I wish I were here the day that John Riley said, listen, I've got an idea, why don't we do a new play festival? Because I couldn't imagine that idea would have got out of that room, that it would have just died there. The people might have said, oh, that's a nice idea, gone home and forgotten about it.
Well, I don't know. If it hasn't occurred to people to do, and if there aren't people that have had the vision that John Riley, who began it here 12 years ago now, had, they might not do it. I don't know, but it's a shame. Although it keeps this unique, which is kind of interesting. But it's a fascinating weekend, and something that I'm very happy to support, and very happy to come set aside a weekend once a year. If they don't, were they not to invite me back again, I would be very, very disappointed.
The component here that makes it so valuable to anyone who participates is the fact that the audience is a part of it.
I come every year. I live in Boynton Beach, Florida, and I fly in every Future Fest weekend, and I've been doing it now for 4 years. The extraordinary experience that this is.
I drove down from Cleveland. I called Dave on Thursday, and I said, is there room for one more in the audience? And he said yes, and I called the hotel, and they had room for me, and I called my husband and said, I'm going to camp.
Audiences, I think, are largely not listened to. In New York, they're overcharged, and they're, the ushers even are rude. But in the community theater, there's more of in the regional theater, there's more of a relationship between the theater itself and their audiences because they're subscribers. In this instance, though, what is so, I think, unique to any festival that I know of in this country is that the audience has a voice.
What I would like to say, and it's not about this specific play, but this specific play is included in it. I don't know when I've sat in an audience and had so many laughs, so many tears, had my emotions moved so many ways as it had this weekend. I would just like to thank everybody for excellent plays, excellent performances, and educational view of things that I've walked away a better person from having sat in this.
The shows, the plays are marvelous. The acting is just extraordinary. The talent pool in Dayton is bottomless.
It is so much fun to get to create a new character. I mean, I do love doing things that I've seen and I think people do incredible jobs in, but to actually sit there and be the first person to do it, it's an incredible feeling.
Community theater is where all the talent pool starts.
I was totally blown away by what I saw this weekend in terms of the quality of the plays, of the acting, of everything. And I would be surprised if in 10, 15 years, there is not somebody who has been at this festival that is now a name.
And what's so wonderful about it is how well it's grown. I just don't mean that it's grown in the sense that you're selling more tickets than ever before, but it's grown so well artistically that seeing these people play these roles that nobody has ever touched before has made finer actors out of them.
It's a one-of-a-kind festival. I mean, to be at a community theater with New York adjudicators coming in every year, new playwrights being discovered, it's a great opportunity for people to have their work shown.
These people do it for pure, unadulterated love of theater and entertaining. There is no better reason.